I'm going to grad school. Buckle up. Hey, I'm Megan. I'm a professional writer and published author and soon to be baby grad student. And today I want to talk to you a little bit about what I'm studying and why it might not be what people expect. So in a couple of weeks, or depending on when this comes out, I might have already started. But at the end of August, I'm doing a master's program. And a lot of people assume that I'm doing a master's program in English or in creative writing, and I did consider doing an MFA in creative writing for a long time. I'm talking like I've been thinking about doing that for about 5 years, which is a very long time. But I finally decided not to do an MFA in creative writing. Why? Why wouldn't I do a writing degree? That sounds like so much fun. Seriously, the idea of this is, who knows, I don't actually know what an MFA in creative writing is like, but I imagine you're just spending most of your time just sitting in a little cafe on campus, watching the students pass by and the birds frolic, and you just get to write your stories and read beautiful writing by other writers and just soak it all up. Like that sounds awesome. Why am I not doing that? I might have to reconsider this. No, we've committed. So I'm doing a degree in mental health counseling. And I wanted to walk through a little bit of why that is. Not only for me to just look back on this and remember, but also for any of you who are writers out there who might be considering an MFA and wondering if that's really for you. So here are some of the reasons why I am not doing an MFA in creative writing. There are so many things to consider when you want to do a master's degree. I've literally spent 5 years thinking through all of the things, making spreadsheets, checking out programs, doing my research, exploring other fields. It has been a time. So if you're in the process of thinking through whether or not you want to do a master's degree, I feel you. So I will say one of the main reasons I decided not to do a creative writing MFA was the money side of it, but it's not exactly that simple, so let's talk about it. So first, let's break it down into tiers. Tier number 1, finances. So this can include how much money you're likely to make with your new degree, how much money the degree will cost, and I would say also the cost of like how much time you're gonna spend in it. That's not really finances, but it's still a cost of some kind. So MFAs in creative writing take, I would say, usually 3 years. I found a couple of 2-year programs, but most of the programs I've been looking at for the last 5 years were 3-year programs. And the thing with MFA programs is there's not really a job you're going to step into afterwards. You're going to become a better writer for sure because you're going to be practicing it more, you're going to be studying it, you're going to be workshopping with other writers, and that's how you get to be a better writer. That's how it works. You got community, you've got study, and you've got practice. Put all those 3 things together, you're definitely going to become a better writer. And oh man, does my heart just long to be a better writer all the time. But what it came down to really was like, what's my end goal in getting a master's degree? For an MFA in creative writing, my goal would be to be published, whether that's a novel or short story. And what happened was I ended up getting published last year. Again, this was technically my second publication, but my first paid publication. Anywho, and it just reinforced what I had already been thinking about in terms of master's degrees. Like, I don't really need an MFA in creative writing to get published. Nobody really does. Technically speaking, it's not going to boost your odds of getting published in a really concrete way. It might, but it might not. So I figured if I was going to invest in a master's degree, which I really wanted to do, I should invest in something where I need a master's degree in order to move into that field. So that's kind of what led me to counseling. Counseling is something you can't do without a master's degree. Sometimes you can do it with a certain kind of bachelor's degree, but certainly not with an English degree, which is what I have. So by getting a master's degree in counseling, I can do 2 things. 1, I can become a counselor, which is something I'd love to do because I really want to work more with people. 2, I can ditch my writing jobs. Don't tell them I said that. I can pare back on my writing jobs so that I can do more creative writing. So I won't be writing for work as much, so I can have more of that writing muscle saved and energized for creative projects, which is ultimately what I want to do. Also, one thing I considered was I don't really know that I want to write all day, every day, even if it was creative. Like, let's say, best case scenario, I have like a 3-book deal and I am just dedicated to working on those creative projects full time. That's my job. That sounds kind of awesome, but I also feel like I wouldn't like it very much. I don't know. There's something in me that I just also have a desire to work with people. I want to be out in the real world too, interacting with real people so that I can keep getting inspiration to write and learn new things and challenge myself and grow. And I think that will help my writing be better too. Now, I still think doing a creative writing master's would be awesome. Oh my gosh, it would be so much fun and so satisfying creatively. I think it would feel a lot like how I felt when I did my English degree, when I literally spent all my time like reading books and writing stories and writing essays, a lot of essays, a really large amount of essays. But they were all about great works of literature. Oh, it was just so much fun. So much fun. So I think a creative writing MFA would be really fun to do down the line if I ever have, you know, an extra $50K lying around to do that. You never know. You never know. But the great thing about creative writing is that there are so many resources available, both online and in local communities, that can help you still get some of that. So I'm really excited. I don't know how I'm going to balance everything going forward. We shall see. But I'm excited to end up in a place where my life is a little bit more balanced in terms of all of my work time isn't revolving around writing professionally, so that I can lean into my author side a little bit more. So I don't know if this is helpful for you as you're considering whether or not to do an MFA in creative writing or another master's degree, but just know that if you choose not to do an MFA, at the end of the day, you have to be happy with what you chose, and it has to make sense for you and your life. But I don't think doing an MFA in creative writing is the only way to get published and have a successful career as a writer and to grow in your craft. So if you're feeling a little bit of that pressure, like I can't be good at this unless I do a master's degree, I'd encourage you to actually find a local community where you can get some regular feedback from other writers. And if you can't find something in your local community, reach out to me. I do consultations, one-on-ones, accountability check-ins that can help you continue to grow as a writer. Anyway, now you know that's what I'm up to in the fall. That's why I'm not doing an MFA in creative writing. Oh man, I'd still love to study writing again because it is just a joy. But we shall see where life takes me. For now, it's doing a counseling degree while writing. I still want to write. I'll make a video on my goals because y'all know I'm going to be making some goals, but we'll see how much I can get done during grad school. If you've done grad school, feel free to leave me some tips. Thank you. Thanks in advance for that. Anyway, thanks for letting me talk to you a little bit about writing today. Oh, it's the best. Writing is just the best, and I love being able to chat about it with my internet friends. Until I see you in my next video, I hope you have a great day and happy writing. Bye.